Libra, what is up? What is cracking? The outsiders. Happy birthday season. Okay, you don't have to be a Libra in order to listen to this message, right? I would highly suggest that you listen to all the messages. Um, yeah, because you just might get something out of all of them. Me, I definitely get something out of every sign that I do. And for some reason, somehow, it all connects. Like starting off at Aries, Aries connected to Taurus, and Taurus also is connected to Gemini. Gemini is connected to, they're all connected in some way, somehow, just telling a story or a storyline along the way. Remember that these are not predictions, these are really just stories, right? And I am not a psychic. Okay? So, yeah, Libra, something is telling me to tell you that you're beautiful. It's something about your beauty here. I'm also hearing, don't let them tell you ain't beautiful, or don't let them say you're not beautiful. Something about that song. Okay? Um, as well here. All right. So we're gonna be talking about your enemy when no one is watching. Okay, it's something about beautiful. And I'm also hearing, yeah, beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. So it's something about you might be somebody's favorite girl. Okay, or you might be telling this to somebody else, like, yo, you are my favorite girl. Okay. Um, mm-hmm. Um, you guys may live in a gated community, or your neighborhood is very beautiful, or like your neighborhood is the reflection of you. Okay, so this might be something dealing with your enemy. Your enemy neighborhood might be a reflection of themselves, or the community is also a reflection of you. That's also what I'm getting. So in the last Virgo message, okay, I was talking about houses, searching, but also what on the outside, it doesn't mean that it's on the inside. So something about, yes, somebody could be beautiful on the outside, but that don't mean it's beautiful on the inside. Um, that could have something to do with the person that is your enemy. All right, Libra. Okay. Hmm. All right. Um, what else I'm getting? I'm getting despite decades. So some of you guys may have had a hard time feeling like, oh yeah, am I beautiful? Am I beautiful enough? As well, like am I beautiful enough? Okay, it's something like despite decades, or if you are older, it's like you still look the same despite decades. Okay, it could also be something about music of the decades. I've been like seeing the word decades or hearing the word decades for a while. It's something about decades. Maybe you're beautiful still despite the decades, still despite what you have already went through, gone through. Okay. So when you think about a neighborhood, a community, it's always changing with the decades, with the years, with the surroundings. All right. Um, Something cannot be ignored. That's also what I have, Libra. Something cannot be ignored, okay? This could have something to deal with a person's walls, or your walls up, your emotions. Something cannot be ignored, all right? This could even be some type of trauma that has been going on for decades, right? That has to be addressed now. I also got necks and walls. So maybe something in dealing with the walls of your neck, or columns, okay? I know that my daughter is working on rows and columns. So it might be rows and columns. I'm also hearing maybe the Coliseum, okay? When Bobby Graham goes to the Coliseum. So something about the Coliseum here, okay? Something about the Coliseum. Hmm. Coliseum. I don't know. Colosseum is a center city in Rome, Italy, just east of Rome, and the largest ancient ever built standing. Okay, so it's a Colosseum, so it's kind of like the gladiator field type thing. Um, yeah, it's kind of like a gladiator type field. Okay. This may be something about the decades or every decade dealing with a coliseum or dealing with coming to see somebody, coming to see a certain person at a coliseum. Okay, something may have been closed down. Okay, when you look at this, it's like the walls has been broken down on something. So I have no idea, or breached. Now, what I also was getting is like a breach in a network or net worth. Okay, I'm getting that maybe somebody could have stuck their neck out for somebody else and let down their walls, and now something is breached. I have a breach of security. We have a breach. Something has been breached. Okay, something has been broken through, hacked. All right. Also getting British accent. So some of you guys may have a British accent or something about Britain, Great Britain. Okay. Um, yeah, because we're talking about Rome right now. So something about a British accent, or a British community or a certain community. So that has a different accent. Something about somebody else that has a different accent than you. Origin Originally. All right, let's see. Let's take out some of these. So we have clearing sales, buying something that other people didn't want and you don't need, but it's an incredible deal. So something could be about a deal here that's really good, but it's also cheap. Or something can be the same price even though it's been decades. Something could be the same price even though it has been decades. Or something still looks beautiful even though it's been decades. Maybe that's what it is. The Colosseum. We have the world here. The world. The world looks the same even though it has been decades, even though it's been breached, or something specifically is breached, but it is made to look the same. Now, see, when I heard the Colosseum, I'm hearing the Coliseum, Billy Graham. So I know when I hear the Coliseum, I'm relating to when a philosopher Jim Rohn talks about Billy Graham, and I believe Billy Graham is a preacher or was a preacher. He was an evangelist. Okay, here. So at the Coliseum, so something may look like it's the same, but it has changed. All right. Buying items other people want and you don't need. The world. But the world is a completion. So something is completed or something will be completed here despite decades. Also, this may have something to deal with the Virgo message, because in the Virgo message, I was getting like somebody was trying to sell me something, right? Somebody's trying to sell me the house or sell me the apartment, sell it to me. I want you to sell it to me. And whole time, like I said in the Virgo message, it looked good. It came with a free TV. It came with this. It came with, stainless steel appliances, but it it wasn't it wasn't a real deal. And I was talking about in the Virgo message where certain things may look like a deal, but they actually aren't a deal. It's like, okay, well, if I do grab um, this like example, this Groupon deal, will the item be the same as if I pay full price for it? What is wrong, right? What is wrong here? Pay attention to certain things that other people want you to ignore. This could have something to deal with a community or a coliseum or whatever it is. Whatever a community could be. A community could be many different things. And also, don't buy things that you don't need. So other people are trying to get rid of things that they need gone, but also trying to give it to people that don't need it. Sell things to people that don't really need it. I'm just gonna sell this to you, even though you don't need it. And you may be like, yeah, I really don't need it. So why buy it? Okay. That's kind of like what happened to me today. I'm gonna start like ranting. Or should I rant? Should I rant? Should I rant? Okay. It's kind of like I went to White Castles today, and I gotta keep it 100. Like I love White Castles, but I went to White Castles today, and for the first time, like I tried to do the breakfast thing and get the breakfast, right, the little toast or whatever. Now, I tell the lady what I want, but she don't ask me like, oh, what type of bread you want? Like, cause I didn't know you could pick. Like, I didn't know you could pick if you wanted white or wheat bread. She just gave me what she wanted me to have. So I was like, okay, I got it. And then I was like, you really don't need this White Castles, right? You know what I'm saying? Cause every time you go in there, the service is just horrible. And like they didn't make the order right, and of course they'll be like, other people like, oh, you're just a Karen, you're just a Karen. Which I don't care what they think, but I'm just like, okay, I know it's supposed to, like, I know what it's supposed to have on the sandwich, but they intentionally didn't give me what I had wanted on the sandwich. So I was like, you know what? I don't even need this. Like, I want it, but actually, I don't even need this. So I got my money back. So that might be something that y'all do, Libra. Like, you know what? Actually, I don't need this. Okay, something could be about, learning lessons of staying home, not going to an event, not going to something, a cancellation, something is canceled, right? I had to cancel my order, right? Hopefully nobody has to cancel their cards, right? Okay, something is canceled, something is not going through, all right, here for another person or for you, or just something is just not right, all right? Even though other people is trying to give it to me, you know, right? You're trying to give it to me. We they want us to eat the fast food, but we don't need the fast food, right? Even though we want the fast food, but we don't need it. So that might be something that we're trying to say, or somebody's trying to convey. All right, this might have something to deal with your secret enemy or whatever, right? Okay, so we got the Undertaker here. The Undertaker, something could be dealing with a fight or a disagreement, or argument, things like that. All right, why? This could be like something dealing with, like, oh well, since the Undertaker is a professional wrestler, like, oh, I don't want to do it no more because we had a fight, or I don't want to go through with this anymore, this event anymore, because we had a fight. Okay, but let's read more into it. He buried his opponents in 21 straight victories at the WrestleMania event. So this could be many events. This can have something to deal with many events, or this can deal with a person that does many events. Okay, if we're talking about a speaker, this could be a speaker that does many events, but something is canceled. All right. Or somebody could be like, yes, I have won against my opponent many, 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 many times, but it's something calling for me to cancel this event, even if I want to do the event, but I cannot do the event because I'm wrestling against something, because I am um going up against something, or I don't need it right now. It's kind of like, okay, well, should I take this Should I take this opportunity, or should I like skip this grade, even though I'm smart enough to skip the grade, but will it affect me of not completing the other grade? Like, it's like, I'm pretty sure y'all understand. So they might have something to deal with it, right? So some of y'all have had many victories, but something is like, no, I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna cancel this event. I gotta cancel this because, you know, this is not a win. Or this could also be how somebody else has had many wins. They have had many victories. And you like, look, you know what? No. You have had many events, many victories, but this time you lose. This time I'm not going. Okay, this time I'm going to cancel it. All right, that can be something as well. That's what that can be speaking about, talking about. So this might be a person or something that has won against you many, many times, left you very confused, okay? Left you very distraught. This could have been like many options, okay? You may have been like feeling like, oh man, what am I gonna do? You know, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that? Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the thing. Seven of Cups reverse is getting back to reality. So some of y'all might be getting back to reality after a period of fantasy and wishful thinking. Like, yeah, I wish, I could have did it that way, or I wish it would have went right, but it's just not working. Something's just not working anymore. And this could be an enemy that is like, look, this is just not working anymore, or it's something that isn't working. And we have number 2, you ain't first, you're last. So maybe maybe this is somebody's fantasy that they're number 1. Whole time find out they're not number 1. It was all an illusion. Somebody could be waking up from this. Like, okay, well, since this was an illusion and I'm waking up to reality, no, let's not go to this event. Let's not do this. Let's cancel this. Let's say F this because it's not working. It was all an illusion, and now I see the reality. Even though you may feel trapped, restricted, limited, and know that you need to make a decision, but now you're like, no, my decision is no, I cancel it. And some of you guys can be also learning to go with your first mind as well, because it says if you ain't first, you're last. So knowing how to make critical decisions, or decisions at the drop of a dime, a way to critically think. Okay, I need to critically think more. All right. Number 2. Something could be about the number 2. Okay. So, yeah, that is kind of what I got for y'all, Libra. And hopefully something may have resonated. I guess I'll like randomly pick one of these. Terrible, awful, dreadful. Yeah, so something is terrible, awful, and dreadful. Okay? Here, dealing with a cell. All right, so we got the World. right? A completion. Something may look complete or good, and it's on a clearance sale. And it's obviously something that other people want to give to you, but you don't need it. You don't need it, right? But it's an incredible deal. How can I not go with that deal? How can I not go with this? But whole time it's terrible. There's something terrible about it. Something awful, something dreadful. It looks good, but it's not good. All right. Undertaking, loving, okay? This may even be a person that maybe you want a love and connection with. This could be a divorce, okay? This could be something that's being terminated, right? Like I did love it. We have loving here. Caring, kind. I wanted to be kind, caring. I wanted to nurture it, help it grow, or whatever the case may be, right? This event or flourish at this event, but it is wrestling with me, or I'm wrestling with it. I'm being undertaken by it, the undertaker. Or it might be somebody that's saying, oh, I won, I won, I won, I won, or I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. Give it to their ass then. That's kind of what I was talking about before I came on here. Somebody just wants to win. Like, okay, you want to win? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to just give it to you. Even if I'm trying to be loving, kind, and caring. And some people don't like you being that way. So you're just like, look, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to persist. I'm going to let you have it. You win. And I win again. And I win again. And I win again. Win. You win. All right. Here we have mysterious with the 7 of Cups. So something could have been mysterious. Somebody could have been saying, oh yeah, this person is mysterious. This whatever. It's mysterious. I'm also hearing Disturbia. This strange, selective, okay? Number 2. Somebody could be questioning, why do you pick what you pick, or why do you pick the option number 2? They looking at the options that you pick. That's very mysterious. Okay, it's time to hop back into reality because how you acting is very mysterious. This could be a person that's saying it's about you, your enemy. Or this could be you saying it's about somebody else. Saying, oh, this person just needs to come back to reality. They're acting very mysterious. They're not using their first mind, their first judgment. Okay, so that is what I got for y'all, Libra. And I hope something resonated. Make sure I hit the like button for me. I'll be busy back, baby.